Warning: the first scene takes place on the 11th of November, 2004 when Witter is 10 years old. The whole video is based on Semi-Witter's backstory. This is completely fanfic made and is not canon at all. This is also based on my knowledge of Japan and its religion. Sadly I don't know a lot about Japan. So if I made any mistakes, my apologies for that. Semi was sitting on the swings feeling a little lonely that no one ever reminded of his birthday. He got off the swings and started to head home. As soon as he opened the door, took off his shoes, he headed inside and he saw his aunt lying on the mattress and sleeping. He tucked her in and whispered, "Thank you for everything you have done to take care of me." He left the room and went to the kitchen to get a glass of water. He turned on the light and heard, "Surprise. Happy birthday, Atoko." Semi smiled and was delighted to see his cousin next to the table with a small cake and candle. "Wow, where did you get all of this?" "I have my ways, haha." Semi laughed and they both ate the cake together. The next day Semi was in his school uniform and so was his cousin. He and his cousin said goodbye to his aunt while she biked to her work. Later he and his cousin walked to school. School started and Semi and his cousin had to be separated because of their grade levels. Semi sat at a desk that was near to the window seat. He loved staring at the windows and daydreaming all day. It was time for lunch. He took his bento box and sat over at the back bench away from the kids. He thought he would bother if he started a conversation. One of his classmates noticed him and skipped over to Semi. "Ita-san." Semi jumped and he turned around and saw a girl with dirty blonde braids. Her bangs were a little angled down and had a side part. She had rosy cheeks and pale skin. "Emiko-chan, hello. You seem pretty lonely. Why not sit with my friends?" "I don't know about that." "Come on please, Ita-san." Okay. Why? Emiko and Semi walked together to Emika's friends. She introduced them to Semi. "Do any of you guys like Inuyasha?" Semi lifted up his head. "I do. I sneak from my parents when I watch it. My aunt doesn't care." "Lucky." They all laughed and went back inside. At the end of the school day Emiko waved goodbye to her friends and ran to Semi. "Ita-san. Oh hello. Follow me, but I need to get home. Only for today please." "Okay, alright." They both walked to a music store nearby. Semi eyes glistened and glowed as he stepped in. Emiko smiled and grabbed Semi's hand. They both went to the guitar section. Semi sat on the chair while Emiko was showing his different options of guitars. "Ita-san, wanna try this one out?" She handed Semi a brown wooden guitar. And Semi was confused what to do with it. Emiko laughed at him trying to work with the guitar. "Here, I will show you." The rest of the evening Emiko showed Semi the basics of guitar. Once they were done Emiko waved goodbye to Semi. At the time he got home he saw his aunt worried in the kitchen. "Ita." She rushed over to give Semi a hug. "Where did you go?" "I went to the music store with my new friend. You should have told me earlier." "I'm sorry to make you worry." "It's fine now, tell me who's your new friend." 6 years have passed by and Semi always goes to the music store with Emiko. They always hung out as friends and played music at that store. "So Ita-san, your birthday is in a week. Anything you would like?" "Not really. I'm just saving up for that guitar right now." Okay. Don't get any stupid ideas, Emmy-chan. I wanna show you something. Alright. Emiko opened the gym's doors to a place where boys are trying out for the volleyball men's team. There were volleyballs on the ground everywhere. People were in line for hitting and receiving. Semi was amazed at this. A redhead came over to Semi and introduced himself. "Hey, I'm Satori. Hello. Did you come here to try out for volleyball?" "No, not really." "Of course he did. Right, Ita-san." "Emi-chan. Please say yes, you idiot." Emiko slapped Semi's back hard. "Right. Ita-san. Yes I did." "Cool. Where's your knee pads?" "Knee pads? What are those?" "Oh geez. I got a spare coming." Emiko winked at Semi and walked away. Semi got pissed but kept his anger down low. Tendao lended Semi his spare knee pads. Semi changed and they both went to the gym. They both started trying out. Wow Satori, you're good at blocking, thanks. No one really compliments me often. It's fine man. Tendao saw how much Semi sucked. They both were walking home with this other first year named Ashijima. Bro, there's 2 more days of tryouts. It's fine, you got this. Here's my phone number. I could at least help you to get into a position on the team. Alright. They both exchanged numbers and headed home. While Semi was walking, he saw a store with a volleyball there. He had extra cash in his backpack. He went into the store and bought the white volleyball. He went home and saw Akiko watching TV while his aunt was sleeping. So what do you have there? Just a volleyball. You tried out? Yep. I bet Emmy forced. You didn't she? Yep. Come outside. Okay. This is how you set the ball. Okay. After a couple of times Semi practiced, he got the hang of it. But still, he was garbage. You're still bad but good effort. You're only decent at setting. How did you know how to play volleyball? My friends taught me. I even saw their games, so I pretty much know everything about volleyball. After the tryouts, the results came out the day after. Semi and Tendao went to the paper that was stuck on the doors showing who got in the team. Semi scanned the paper to see his name. His eyes widened. Tendao was next to him and got excited to see his smile. He noticed both him and Semi were on the paper. Semi, you got in. New nickname. Duh. It's even better than Iterita. Way I better. You're so annoying. Yay, but in a good way. Aha. A tall brown-haired man came up to Semi and Tendao. Hello Akatoshi-kun. Hello Satori. Semi, Ita the volleyball coach wants to see you in his office. Oh shit, did he notice I hit the crow when I was receiving? I'm so sorry crow. Alright, thanks. He walked to the coach's office. He opened the door and saw him working on some papers. He asked Semi to sit down on the chair in front of him. Semi was trying to not shake and tremble against the tension between him and the coach. You were barely on the paper. I only made an exception because I see potential in you. Your sets are strong and accurate. And your serves are good for a beginner. But everything else is below my standards. Goodbye volleyball. Maybe if you get better throughout the season I can allow you to be a starter for our games. Thank you sir. You have potential Ita. Semi got up and bowed. He left the office. Tendao saw him and ran over to him. So what happened? Did he notice you hit that crow? Not really. Alright then, let's get ice cream. Semi kept on practicing and forgot about playing his guitar after school with Emiko. Emiko noticed he practiced more on volleyball than going to the music store with her after school. They both minimize hanging out every day to hanging out on the weekends. Emiko started going to his games and cheered for him. Semi loved that she was always there since he was 10. He loved everything about her. Her eyes, hair, how she played the guitar and sang. He admired her voice and her energetic attitude. Everything about her. On Saturday, Emiko and Semi were at the music store and playing music there. After they were finished, Emiko wanted to walk Semi off. They both headed to Semi's house, and while they were walking in the dark, all of a sudden Emiko had an idea. Hey Ita-san, HMM. So you know that my dad runs this, right? Yep. I was thinking after we graduate we could try to either run the shop or create a band with a couple of friends. Come on, don't be that serious. It's the night time, we have to be careful. It's funny Ita-san. But let's not dream really high. You know we have to work harder and stronger, and Emi-chan, look out for the roads. And we gotta dream big still, you know. And I get it, but I'm careful dummy. I know what we will name our band. Emiko-chan. Watch out. Hoo-ha. Emiko-chan. Semi ran to her wounded body that got crashed by the drunk driver. He dialed the ambulance and they came after 5 minutes. Tears rolled down his face. Tendao came to the hospital as Semi called him. He saw Semi on the chair covering his face with his hands and crying silently. Hey Semi, it's gonna be alright. It's not, I should have saved her. She could have lived and I love her. I really do. She told we could make bands together and how we could have take care of each other for the rest of our lives. Don't tell Emmy everything's gonna be okay, Satori. I know you love her. But guess what? Life goes by quickly and it's best to hope for her well-being. I'm not good at giving advice. But this wasn't your fault then whose? Well, it's the crow, of course, use your brain, it came for revenge. It's the drunk driver Semi, but I could have saved her just in time. Tendao laid his hand on his shoulder and shook his head. Never was your fault. You aren't Flash Man. I know, but the doctors came out of the room and looked down. And sorrow. Semi got shocked and even more tears rolled down his face. Tendao tried to comfort Semi by giving him a hug. Can I see her one last time? The doctor nodded. He took a deep breath and went into the room. He saw Emmy laying on the bed. Semi gave her a kiss on her forehead. Goodbye Emmy-chan. He walked out and Tendao tilted his head downwards. Both of the boys saw Emiko's dads running toward the room. They asked how she was and Semi started crying. Both dads had tears down their faces. Emiko loved you very much, Semi. She was just too shy to say anything. A week later and a knock was on Semi's door. He opened and saw Emiko's dad with a guitar he always played at his store. She wanted to give you this on your birthday. The guitar I always wanted. How did she know I always wanted that? Well, you kept glaring at my customers when they wanted to buy that guitar you have always wanted and you were saving up for it by cleaning my store. True. Happy birthday, Eater. Emiko would be proud if you're continuing her wish. I'm gonna take a break from music for a while. Thank you. Time has passed by and Semi is not a go after the incident. During volleyball practice, Semi and Tendao were peppering each other. They are now in their third year of high school and ready for a new year. Semi practiced all this time to be starter, setter and pitch server. Hey, I heard another second year came to the team. Yeah, his name is Shirabu Kinjiro. A twink entered the gym with very slanted bangs and dirty blonde hair. He had bandages on his fingers with a cold face on. Hello new teammate. Tendao waved at Shirabu. Shirabu just ignored and started to set the ball on his own. Damn, who hurt him today? Your mom. Shut up. Make me bet. Okay, you win, bet. Joe Mama. Tendao threw a volleyball at Semi's head. OW Twizzler hair. Ha 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 ha. Can't catch Emmy, I'm the gingerbread man. So he's the setter. Semi stopped and both Shirabu and Semi glared at each other. His sets are. But he's probably bad. This kid better not take my position. I'm probably gonna take his position. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo, as an upperclassman, I need to give him tips and make him better. He better not give me tips, say, but this kid makes me piss by looking at him. He looks cocky. What's on your mind, Semi? Your mom